morning. In the last lecture, we have discussed about exact straight line mechanisms, and today's lecture will be discussing approximate straight line mechanisms. We have closed the last lecture at Scott-Russell mechanism, and we have discussed about the difficulty in the Scott-Russell mechanism. Okay, and today we'll start with the difficulty which we face in the Scott-Russell mechanism, how we can overcome this with a simple modification by another mechanism called modified Scott-Russell mechanism. So in case of Scott-Russell mechanism, that is in the previous lecture which we have discussed, in the Scott-Russell mechanism, so you can see the output which we are obtaining is passing through the pivot point of input link. So here we are getting the output. So majority of the times we don't require the output directly on the line which is passing through the pivot point of the input link. So this mechanism will give such a way only through that point. So that can be modified, the difficulty can be modified with a mechanism called modified Scott-Russell mechanism. So that we will see first, then actually that is not in our syllabus, but we should know how the Scott-Russell mechanism problem can be overcome by a modified Scott-Russell mechanism, and how a Grasshopper mechanism can be developed with the help of modified Scott-Russell mechanism. That is the origin for Grasshopper mechanism. That is why first I will discuss modified Scott-Russell mechanism, then I will move to the Grasshopper mechanism. Then Watt, Chebyshev and Robert, these are the four mechanisms which are a part of our curriculum, that is under approximate straight line mechanisms, isn't it? So let us see here the animations which I have shown, showing the Grasshopper mechanism, Watt mechanism, Chebyshev and Robert mechanism. So the first one is a Grasshopper mechanism. Okay, so this is a practical application of the mechanism where we can see the Grasshopper mechanism, but the analysis part, it looks, or the schematic or a kinematic point of view, it looks in a different style, but this is one of the mechanism, Grasshopper mechanism. Okay, so for the small movement of the input, the output can be treated as an approximately a straight line. Then coming to the next mechanism is a Watt mechanism. So here you can see in this Watt mechanism, so three different colors are shown for three different links. That is here red color, yellow color and green color indicates three different links, and blue color are nothing but a fixed link. So all turning pairs, this is a turning pair, this is another turning pair, this is another turning pair, this is another turning pair. So the midpoint of the middle link, that is the yellow link, you can see it is a tracing a line. Of course it is, this portion is a straight line, this portion is a straight line, so this portion is the straight line, whereas the remaining part is not the straight line. So it is tracing the path from here to here straight line. So the remaining part is not exact straight line. So partially it is fulfilling the straight line mechanism. Then another one is the Chebyshev mechanism. Here the point, middle point P always will be moving in a straight line. That is the third mechanism. And finally this is the Robert mechanism. So in this Robert mechanism you have four links. Okay, so this blue color one is a single link, even though it looks like a triangle which will have here one joint, here one joint, here one joint, but it is a single link, and this is a one link, green one, and this another one is another link, and there is a fixed link. So you can see here, whatever a small swing of the input link, the middle link is tracing a path which is a straight line, approximately a straight line. So that is why the mechanism itself here we called approximate straight line mechanisms. So it is going to give you a straight line, but not exactly. It is an approximation to the straight line, isn't it? So let us see one by one. The first one I will go for a modified Scott-Russell mechanism. You can observe here in the modified Scott-Russell mechanism, like in your previous mechanism, where in a Scott-Russell mechanism we have one sliding pair and remaining all are turning pairs. You can observe here the same mechanism I have shown with a small modification, that is your QP point earlier I have shown with QP is equal to QS, but now in this case it is not so. So you can see the P is extended further so that the output is obtained other than the pivot point of O. So you can see the output is obtained on this line. Okay, and here you can observe for a small movement of angle theta, and the slider will reciprocate, and the path traced by the P point is a vertical, okay, and which is perpendicular to OS. Okay, so here this is a turning pair, another turning pair, another turning pair, finally sliding pair. So you have 3 turning pairs and 1 sliding pair. So the links are taken such a way that the proportionality is the QS, this is QS, is the mean proportion between OQ and QP. So OQ, this, and QP, that means, okay, OQ QP product is equal to QS square. OQ QP product is equal to QS square. So we can rearrange that such a way that OQ by QS is equal to QP by QS by QP. OQ by QS is equal to QS by QP. So in this, the P will approximately traverse a straight line which is perpendicular to OS, okay, and that is valid for only small movements of S, for a small angular movements of theta. Okay, so here the limitation is this mechanism will give you an approximate straight line mechanism, that too for a small amount of angular displacements as well as the linear displacements of theta and S. It is going to generate a vertical straight line motion of P. Okay, so that is modified Scott-Russell mechanism. Modified Scott-Russell mechanism. It is an approximate straight line mechanism. For this, the necessary condition is that OQ by QS is equal to QS by QP. Okay, so if you are able to prepare your mechanism, so geometrically if you construct to fulfill this requirement, then the point P will give you a vertical path which is perpendicular to OS for a small angular displacements and linear displacements of the slider. That is what modified Scott-Russell mechanism. Now let us see grasshopper mechanism. So this grasshopper mechanism is similar to your modified Scott-Russell mechanism, but only the thing is, in case of modified Scott-Russell mechanism, we have given a sliding pair, but here sliding pair is replaced by another turning pair. So how this mechanism will work and what is its operation, let us look from this diagram. So earlier we have a slider, S, there is a slider. Whereas in this case, the S, at location of the S, we have given one more link, a vertical link. You can see SA, where A is pivoted at a fixed point. Okay, so for a small angular displacements, of like AS and work Q, that the path P traced by this is a vertical line. This is also valid for small angular displacements and for a large length of AS, isn't it? So here this mechanism is an application of that for a small angular displacements. You can get a small amount of horizontal or a vertical path. Okay, so how we can prove this mathematically, let us see. So as I said just now, it is a modification of modified Scott-Russell mechanism. Okay, and in which the sliding pair at S is replaced by a turning pair. So you can observe here, the sliding pair in the modified Scott-Russell mechanism is replaced by a turning pair. So the slider is replaced with link AS and which is perpendicular to OS. Okay, and it is in the mean position, So AS is pinpointed at A. So AS is a large link and S moves in an approximate straight line perpendicular to AS for small angular movements. AS, this is the AS which I have stated just now. Consider it is a very large link. Okay, when it is a large link, if this large link will oscillate, okay, then the output motion, even though it is a curved path, this curve can be treated as a simply a circle with a huge radius with a flat in nature. This is as good as like you see your earth, wherever you are standing, you feel the surrounding of the earth is a flat, isn't it? So up to your vicinity of your eye, you feel it is very flat. But is it true? If that is true, then the earth is in a spherical mode which was given by your ancestors is wrong, or vice versa. If that is true, then why it appears as a flat? Are you getting my point? So you are saying when you are standing somewhere and you are feeling earth is flat. If that is the case, if earth is flat, then how you can say the earth is in a spherical mode? It is because the sphere with infinity radius, that means very large radius, with a very large radius, suppose if it is a big circle like this, in this big circle, if I take a small element which is like this, even though this will have some curvature, the radius of curvature is very large, I can treat it as a flat. Similar way, here link AS is very large. For a small angular moment of AS, that can be treated as a straight line path. That is what here we have stated. AS is for small angular movements, the path can be assumed to be a horizontal. Then the P will move in an approximate straight line. So if QS is the mean proportion to OQ and QP, this is what just now in the previous modified Scott-Russell mechanism I have written, that is QS square is equal to OQ into QP. This is what we have just now discussed. So, if you are able to construct this mechanism such a way that OQ by QS is equal to QS by QP, and for a small angular moments of AS, you can get the output motion of the P is a vertical path. So this is a modification to your modified Scott-Russell mechanism, where sliding pair is replaced by a turning pair. So in the earlier case where we have seen here, there is a slider, whereas here there is a turning pair is there. Okay, that is the only difference between modified Scott-Russell mechanism and Grasshopper mechanism. Then let us see in another mechanism, Watt's mechanism. Watt's mechanism, this was the oldest mechanism which is used to obtain a straight line motion by James Watt, isn't it? So here you can observe in this mechanism there are 4 links are there with a 4 different colors. Blue color one is a fixed link, and the red color, green color is input and output link, let us say, and the coupler is the middle one, yellow link. So the same thing, whatever we have animated in this diagram is shown the analysis point of view like here. Okay, so this is OB, that is the red color one. Then this is O1A, which is nothing but the green color one. The middle yellow color one is shown by a link AB. Whatever the path you are identifying here, the same path is shown here by a dotted lines, isn't it? This is the path of this. This is the path of this, what you can observe here, this. Okay, so how we can prove this? This is going to give you a straight line path, let us see. So I have enlarged the animation, I have enlarged the diagram here, and the animation I made it a smaller one like this. Here O and O1 are the fixed points. This is the O and this is the O1. These are the part of the fixed link. So we use the same color for both those fixed points. So in the mean position of the mechanism, links OB, O1A, that is OB and O1A are parallel, and the coupling rod AB is perpendicular to O1A and OB. So whatever you are seeing here, that is physically described. So at middle position, that means when the point P is at midpoint, so OB and O1A is perpendicular to AB. Okay, then the P is the point of tracing. Okay, it gives an approximate straight line over certain position of its movement. So that is possible when you write it, PB by PA is equal to O1A by OB. That is PB, this is the PB by PA is equal to O1A by OB. So you can see here, it is not for the entire thing. So let us assume this portion to this portion, this portion to this portion, for that small angular movements. So the midpoint, this is tracing a vertical line. That is possible when you construct your mechanism. PB by PA is equal to O1A by OB. This is another mechanism called Watt's mechanism, an approximate straight line. Okay, so this is the approximate straight line. Now let us come to another mechanism called Chebyshev's mechanism. It also consists of 4 links. The links are OA, this is OA, link 1, then QB, link 2, then AB and OQ. So AB and OQ. So OQ is a fixed link, and OA and QB are equivalent crossed. That is OA, this and QB. OA and QB are crossed and they are equal in size, whereas the P is the midpoint of AB. P is the midpoint of AB and it is the tracing point. That means we are going to get the output from the point P. So the proportion of the links are taken such a way that PAB lie on a vertical line with its extreme position. That means they are taken such a way that one of the extreme position, this PAB will be on the vertical line. So as per the diagram you can see PAB is a horizontal, and when A moves to A dash, then B moves to B dash. Okay, when A moves to A dash, then B moves to B dash. At that moment, the P will be lying on the line joining of A and B, which is A dash, B dash, and P is here at the midpoint, P dash. Okay, so this can be proved in the indirect manner by assigning some units to these links. Let us assume the AB is 1 unit, that is AB, this is 1 unit. Then we can write, as we said, OA and QB are same, which is equal to X. Then another one, 4th link, that is OQ is Y. Okay, so when one of the extreme position, when AB stands, okay, then A and B is shifted to a position to A dash and B dash. So there by the right angle triangles we can get the relations from mathematics, simple mathematics, and we can show their ratios such a way that if they are 1:2:2.5, then it forms or it gives a straight line mechanism. So let us see, there are 2 triangles I have taken into the consideration to prove this. The first triangle is OQB dash, that is OQB dash. So this is OQB dash. OQB dash. So this is OQB dash. So in this OQB dash, okay, so this is QB dash square minus OQ square. That gives this OB dash square. This is from simple right angle triangle Pythagoras theorem applying. So hypotenuse square minus adjacent square is equal to square of the other side. That is QB dash square minus OQ square is equal to OB dash square. So I can write QB dash as a QB because it is a link. QB is a link. Whether it be here or here, this value will not change. So this can be written as simply QB square, then minus OQ square is equal to OB dash square. So what is QB and OQ? Just now we have taken their values of like X and Y. So this becomes X square, QB is X square, OQ is Y square. Then OB dash, how we can write OB dash? Let us see, this is O and B, OB dash. OB dash can be written as OA dash minus A dash B dash. So OA dash, okay, minus A dash B dash. Okay, so this is whole square. So what is OA dash? We have said that OA dash is nothing but OA is equal to X, isn't it? So X, what we said AB, we have taken AB is a 1 unit, so A dash B dash is also 1 unit. So that becomes X minus 1 whole square. So expand this, this is A minus B whole square, X square minus 2X plus 1. And here rearranging them, X is equal to Y square plus 1 by 2. X is equal to Y square plus 1 by 2. This I call as an equation number 1. Then let us say take another right angle triangle, that is OAC. So OAC. So simple mathematics once again in a similar manner how I made here. So I have written diagonal hypotenuse OA square minus AC square is equal to OC square. Then OA square AC, what is AC? AC is nothing but OP dash square is equal to OC. OC, what is OC? OC is equal to AP dash square. Then OA dash YA square minus OP dash can be written as like OA minus AP, OA dash minus A dash P dash, okay, is equal to AP dash. Where is AP dash? This is the AP dash. AP dash can be written as like PP dash plus PA dash. PP dash plus PA. Okay. So what is OA? We know OA is equal to X. Of course OA dash is also X. Then if AP is 1 unit, then AP by, so this is A dash P dash. So this is A dash P dash, half of it at middle. So this is half. Then PP dash. So this is the PP dash, which is nothing but this is the PP dash. PP is what? This total is Y and this is the middle portion. So PP dash is equal to Y by 2. Then we know AP is equal to 1. Then AP by 2 is equal to half. Simply by expanding, then X square minus X square plus 1 by 4 minus X is equal to Y square by 4 plus 1 by 4 plus Y by 2. Rearranging them, I can get X value like Y square by 4 is plus Y by 2 plus 1 by 2. Okay. Now, by the simplification of this, that is in equation 1 and 2, X is same on the left hand side. Right hand side, let me equal Y square by 2 plus 1 by 2 is equal to Y square by 4 plus Y by 2 plus 1 by 2. By simplification, I get Y is equal to 2. Once I get Y is equal to 2, if I substitute this Y value here in this equation, I get the X value. So I get X is equal to 2.5. So X is equal to 2.5. Then Y is equal to 2. So what is X and Y which we have stated? So we have stated X and Y like this. X we have stated OA, X is equal to, we have stated OA, then we have stated Y is equal to OQ, then AB we have taken it as a 1 unit. That means, so if AB is to OQ is to OA is 1:2:2.5, then the path traced by P is a straight line. So for the small angular moments of this, for the extreme positions of this mechanism OA to this, you can see the point P will come on this horizontal line, that is at the midpoint of here, where the entire link will become a vertical. Okay, so with this we can say in the Chebyshev mechanism, so with the 4 links we can get the path traced by the tracing point of P is a straight line. That is the next approximate straight line mechanism. So let us see the final mechanism. So the last one is a Roberts mechanism. So this is also consists of all turning pairs and the number of links are 4. You can see here there is a fixed link, okay, and the blue color is a single link, then link 1 and link 3. So there are 4 links are here finally. One is the fixed link named as a link 4 and link 1, link 3 and link 2. Link 2 is what you call a triangular link, where the output of that P is tracing a horizontal path. For a small angular moments of this input link of L1, the coupler link, that is link 2, is tracing a path like P is a horizontal path. So the same thing is shown here. Let us see, for a movement is given to the link C, then AC is shifted to C dash, and then this BD shifted to BD dash, and the point P is shifted to another point P dash, that is the line joining of that is A and B, that is A and B. So this is a 4-bar mechanism with PCD is a single link, that is PCD is a single link, and the dimensions of AC, BD, CP and PD, they are all equal, that is AC, okay, then BD, then CP and PD. So this. So AC, BD, CP, PD, they are all equal. Then the point P on this mechanism moves very nearly along the line AB. So for a small angular moments of the input link AC, the path P traced is a horizontal line. So this is the last mechanism called Roberts mechanism. In all these 4 mechanisms which we have discussed today, that is a Grasshopper mechanism, Watt's mechanism, then Chebyshev's mechanism and Roberts mechanism. So here we are going to get a straight line motion for small angular movements. So if you go for a larger movements, then the path traced by that point is not necessarily a straight line. Okay, so these are approximate straight line mechanisms. Okay, so whereas in exact straight line mechanisms, we have seen the entire mechanism is a straight line for whatever the motion of the input link, whereas here for a limited movements it gives a straight line path, and in some cases the straight line which is obtained is also assumed to be a approximately straight line, not a perfect straight line. So with this the straight line mechanisms are over. Usually here the analysis will be asked or the description will be asked, or the comparisons will be asked. Problems are very limited, or even problems are asked. It is a direct substitution, whatever we have discussed in the equation form. You can substitute and you can get the lengths of the links, isn't it? So the next lecture will be moving to steering gear mechanisms, that is need of the steering gear, and two types of steering gears, Davis steering gear and Ackermann steering gear. Okay, there also mainly we deal with the theory part, and finally we will see one or two problems under Davis and Ackermann steering gear. Thank you.